Hello everyone and welcome to the second video in my freshman advice series. Today I'm going to be giving all of you 5 tips for registration. My first tip is to get informed. Before you register for classes, you're going to want to find out what classes are required for your major, what general education classes are required, and what classes are being offered. To do this, I would recommend checking your college's course catalog, talking to anyone you know that goes to the school, and if you don't know anyone at your school, I would suggest checking out Rate My Professor. It's basically a website where people post reviews and ratings of professors and classes at your specific university. My second tip is to make sure that you transfer all of your credits from community colleges or AP classes, because some of those classes might be able to fulfill some of the requirements, especially for your general education classes, and that could save you some time and money and maybe even make it possible for you to graduate early or double major or minor in addition to your degree. General education classes can be a bit boring, but they do count towards your degree, and if you get them out of the way early, you can take classes that you're more interested in later on. My fourth tip is to find what works for you in terms of scheduling. Try to have some balance. Try not to take too many classes so that you're totally overwhelmed, but really think about what other commitments you have. Are you planning on being involved in clubs and student organizations? Do you have a job? Do you play sports, or do you have hobbies that take up a lot of time? Because if you're planning on doing things outside of school, you really want to make sure that your classes fit with those other commitments. You should also think about what time you like to wake up in the morning, how long it takes you to get ready, and how long it takes you to get to school if you're commuting. I personally like to wake up around 7:30 in the morning, and I live about 45 minutes away from school, so I usually schedule my classes for 9 a.m. or later. But if you really like to wake up early, or you really like to sleep in, you can schedule your classes early or later. One of my favorite things about college is that you really have the freedom to create a schedule that really works for you. In high school and elementary school, it's pretty set in stone. You have to be in class for a specific amount of time every day, but in college you can have classes only in the morning, only in the afternoon, only on specific days, or pretty much any combination that you like. My fifth and final tip, which is extremely important in my opinion, is to register for classes as soon as possible. From what I've heard, colleges tend to do registration a little bit differently, but there's probably going to be a specific date or time where you are allowed to register. I would highly suggest picking your schedule ahead of time, coming up with some alternate schedules in case you can't get those classes, and then I would suggest setting an alarm for whatever your specific registration time is and clicking the register button as soon as you possibly can. If you're registering at orientation, I would suggest bringing your own laptop or iPad so that you can register as soon as possible, because classes really go quickly, especially at my school, so you really want to get the best possible classes that you can, and registering as early as possible is the best way to do that. So those were my 5 tips for registration. If you have any other tips that you want to add, feel free to comment those down below. If you have any questions, also feel free to comment those down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Click here to subscribe, click here to check out my most recent video. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, and I will see all of you very soon with a new video. Goodbye.